And in this video, we continue our discussion of the money management lessons shared by Robert Kiyosaki in this book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And this is video number 30. Join me. Hello, welcome to Take a Step to a Better You. We are continuing discussion of money management in the book Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. This is video number 30. But if you are new, my name is Sherifa, Nakalema. I'm a business owner here in Virginia, USA. And on this channel, I share YouTube tips, business tips, and Iman online tips. Those will be through affiliate marketing. I also record videos just to motivate you, to ask you to take a step to make your life better. And recently I added books. Excited with this Rich Dad Poor Dad book. And we've been recording. You've been watching. Others have been watching. Maybe you are watching for the first time. And this is video number, we finished 29. This is video number 30. If any of that sounds interesting, or if the idea of making your life better sounds interesting, that's what I care about here today. Please consider subscribing. All my videos may have you see that different topics, but the whole idea is to make things better, make our lives better. That's my mission here. At least to encourage you to do that. Please consider subscribing and sharing, and please leave a comment. Leave me a comment. What do you think? What do I need to improve? I know this is a small channel. It's not fancy. No, I'm just dealing with the basics, but I'm doing it consistently. I'll share my schedule at the end and what I do here, and also how you get this book, audio, and the physical book, and also how you get to all the videos I finished. Hopefully you're going to subscribe and share. And then for those of you who are already supporting this message, I appreciate you. Thank you for being here, and especially if you come on premieres, I appreciate you even extra. For those of you who come later, I still appreciate you. Please always leave a comment, invite, share the videos with others. We are on video number 30, and the lesson is number 4. You know, the book has 6 lessons, and we covered 3. We are on number 4. In fact, the next video number 31, I'll finish this lesson, lesson number 4, which is the history of taxes and the power of corporations. But always, before I continue, I have to say who Robert is, or just for the new people. And maybe remind you, all the others, that who's Robert? Whether he appears on my videos. He shows up in an ad, like at the beginning, when the videos are starting. I don't know if you've seen him. So he's Robert Kiyosaki is a self-made millionaire. He's an entrepreneur, an educator, and investor with a mission to elevate the financial well-being of humanity, starting with one life and one person at a time. When you see me reading, that means I got the notes from the book. He named the book Rich Dad Poor Dad because of his 2 dads. One is his real dad, who was a very intelligent man, highly educated with a PhD. But then he died broke, no money. And then Rich Dad is the one who is the dad to his friend Mike. And this is where all the lessons we are learning come from. He left school at age 13, 8th grade, ended up being one of the wealthiest men in Hawaii. So I guess whatever he says, you have to listen. You have to listen. And the notes, the points are all in here. And this is video 30. But I always start with reviewing where we ended with video 29. I put a note here that the rich were learned in that video that the rich play the tax game smarter by using corporations. So now we continue with the message, the same lesson about the history of taxes and the power of corporations. I'm going to read. So Robert says, you may remember the first lesson I learned from my rich dad. I was a little boy of 9 who had to sit and wait for him to choose to talk to me. I sat in his office waiting for him to get to me. Do you remember? A long time ago we read that. He made him wait. He made him mad. Okay, he was ignoring me on purpose. He wanted me to recognize his power and to desire to have that power for myself one day. During all the years I studied and learned from him, he always reminded me that knowledge is power. And with money comes great power that requires the right knowledge to keep it and make it multiply. Without that knowledge, the world pushes you around. Rich Dad constantly reminded Mike and me that the biggest bully was not the boss or the supervisor, but the taxman. The taxman will always take more if you let him. The first lesson of having money work for you, as opposed to you working for money, is all about power. If you work for money, you give the power to your employer. If money works for you, you keep the power and control it. Once you had this knowledge of the power of money working for us, we wanted us to be financially smart and not let anyone or anything push us around. If you are ignorant, it's easy to be bullied. If you know what you're talking about, you have a fighting chance. That's why he paid so much for smart tax accountants. That's a rich dad. And attorneys, it was less expensive to pay them than to pay the government. His best lesson to me was be smart and you won't be pushed around as much. He knew the law because he was a law-abiding citizen and because it was expensive to not know the law. If you know you are right, you are not afraid of fighting back. Even if you are taking on Robin Hood and his band of merry men. Remember Robin Hood? We had that the other video, previous video. My high educated dad always encouraged me to land a good job with a strong corporation. He spoke of the virtues of working your way up the corporate ladder. Remember, that's his real dad. He's the one who was encouraging him to find a good job with a strong corporation. He didn't understand that by relying solely on a paycheck from a corporate employer, I would be docile, a docile cow ready for milking. When I told my rich dad of my father's advice, he only chuckled. Why not own the ladder? Was all he said. Now that's rich daddy's advice. Why not own the ladder? As a young boy, I did not understand what rich dad meant by owning my own corporation. It was an idea that seemed impossible and intimidating. Although I was excited by the idea, my inexperience wouldn't let me envision the possibility that grown-ups would someday work for a company I would own. The point is that if not for my rich dad, I would have probably followed my educated daddy's advice. It was merely the occasional reminder of my rich dad that kept the idea of owning my own corporation alive and kept me on a different path. By the time I was 15 or 16, I knew I wasn't going to continue down the path my educated dad recommended. I didn't know how I was going to do it, but I was determined not to head in the direction most of my classmates were heading. That decision changed my life. So what do you think? Now it's me. What do you think? See, by deciding to own a corporation, it's the same as you when I'm always inviting you to please come start a business online. It's the same message because once you come online, then you have to start thinking about make it an LLC, make it a corporation. You decide how you want to do it. I'm now talking to you. If you're a YouTuber, you're already online, that's a business already you started. You're just not aware maybe. And if you want to come and learn how to do marketing or like affiliate marketing, you can do it as a business too. I'm speaking outside of the book. Okay, because he said that decision changed his life. It could change your life too if you decide to slowly build your own business. It's easier online. Okay, it was not until my mid-20s that my rich daddy's advice began to make more sense to me. I was just out of the Marine Corps and working for Xerox. I was making a lot of money, but every time I looked at my paycheck, I was disappointed. The deductions were so large, and the more I worked, the greater they became. As I became more successful, my bosses talked about promotions and raises. It was flattering, but I could hear my rich dad asking in my ear, who are you working for? Who are you making rich? In 1974, while still an employee of Xerox, I formed my first corporation and began minding my own business. There were already a few assets in my asset column, but now I was determined to focus on making it bigger. Those paychecks with all the deductions made all the years of my Rich Daddy's advice make total sense. I could see the future if I followed my educated daddy's advice. Not good. Okay, I just added that. Not good. Many employers feel that advising their workers to mind their own business is bad for business. But for me, focusing on my own business and developing assets made me a better employee because I now had a purpose. I came in early and worked diligently, amassing as much money as possible so I could invest in real estate. Hawaii was just set to boom, and there were fortunes to be made. The more I realized that we were in the beginning stages of a boom, the more Xerox machines I sold. The more I sold, the more money I made. And of course, the more deduction came out of my paycheck. It was inspiring. I wanted out of the employee trap so badly that I worked even harder so I could invest more. By 1978, I was consistently one of the top 5 salespeople at the company. I badly wanted out of the rat race. In less than 3 years, I was making more in my real estate holding corporation than I was making at Xerox. And the money I was making in my asset column, in my own corporation, was money working for me, not me pounding on doors selling copiers. My rich daddy's advice made much more sense. Soon, the cash flow from my properties was so strong that my company bought me my first Porsche. My fellow, I hope I'm saying Porsche, Porsche, I don't know. I hope you get it. My fellow Xerox salespeople thought I was spending I think I need to read this because the company bought it. Okay, soon the cash flow from my properties was so strong that my company bought me my first Porsche. Okay, his own company, Robert's company, the one he had started. So this is the money he was getting. He used it to buy this car, expensive car. I thought it was his company, the company he worked for. No, it was his own corporation. My fellow Xerox salespeople thought I was spending my commissions. I wasn't. I was investing my commission in assets. My money was working hard to make more money. Each dollar in my asset column was a great employer. No, a great employee working hard to make more employees and buy the boss a new Porsche with before tax dollars. I began to work harder for Xerox. The plan was working, and my Porsche was the proof. By using the lessons I learned from my rich dad, I was able to get out of the proverbial rat race at an early age. It was made possible because of the strong financial knowledge I had acquired through Rich Daddy's lessons. I went through that hopefully quickly. That's the end of 30. Video 30, not the video 30, but the end of the reading. I have the main reading. He had 3 notes in this section. So I'm going back to read the notes for you. You know, he puts notes in there. So note number 1, he says, if you work for money, you give the power to your employer. If money works for you, you keep the power and control it. Let me read it again. If you work for money, you give the power to your employer. If money works for you, you keep the power and control it. Now the second note is, each dollar in my asset column was a great employee, like money working for him, working hard to make more employees and buy the boss a new Porsche. Each dollar in my asset column was a great employee working hard to make more employees and buy the boss a new Porsche. Note number 3 is, he called it own the ladder. Today, as technology continues to change the way we work and do business, I talk with more and more people who ask themselves, how can I own the ladder? Capitalism is thriving, and the free market system means that entrepreneurs who can offer a better product at a better price have a good chance of success. That's Robert's message to you. Me, I'm just reading it. It's a message to you and me. And that's the end of 30. When I record 31, that will be the end of the lesson, the history of taxes and the power of corporation. Let me go ahead and share the next lesson is going to be. If you want to hear what our next lesson is going to be, although not in the next video, it will be the other video, 30. Next time I'll make sure I finish this lesson, and then the next one will be the rich invent money. That will be lesson number 5, but it will come after I record the next video. It will be 31. Okay. What did you get out of that? What did you learn today? Hopefully I didn't go so fast. You can rewind it. You can go watch it again. For those of you who are new, I'm here every day reading these books. I share lessons from the book Rich Dad Poor Dad at 11 a.m. USA Eastern Time. And on Friday, I just come live, and that same time, the 11 a.m. USA Eastern Time. I come live, join me live. Please come watch these books while they are premiering. Every video is premiered. When you see, please click on the bell, or click first, click on the red button so that you subscribe, and then click on the bell so you are notified when things are happening. That way I don't have to share with you or anything. Those on WhatsApp, I tend to invite you, but sometimes. But please, it would be great if you just came. If you saw a notification and came to support this message, because I want to grow this community so that we're doing good things. We need to save ourselves. Me, I'm here. I'm bringing the knowledge. Please come and share it. So that message is for the new people that I'm here every day. But on Thursdays and on Sundays, the time changes. After this video, which is 11 a.m. US Eastern Time, at 11:30, I bring another one. If it's a Thursday, it will be either on business tips or YouTube tips. For those who are on YouTube, my tips are really great. I'm learning and I'm sharing. And then on Sunday, it's motivation. That's when I record a video for everyone, encouraging you to take a step to make your life better. If you want to get this one, audio form is free on Amazon, Audible. Click a link in the, have it in the pinned comment. When you go to comments, the comment on top has 2 links. One is going to take you to this book, Audible podcast. When you click, you can get an audio. Make sure you're choosing Audible Premium Plus. That's why you're going to get this title, Rich Dad Poor Dad. You listen for free for 1 month. They'll give you a credit. And then if you want a free to buy a physical copy, it's also on my website. When you click on that link, it'll take you to my website, honestsoul.com, and you can click on the book and buy it. But audio is free for 1 month. I have in that link, there's another link that takes you to all the videos I've finished. Number 1 to 29, you just click one button and they all play. But it also comes at the end of this video as an end screen. Also in the description, or if you go to playlist, it's called Lesson from Robert Kiyosaki. That's how you get to all of the ones we finished. So, that's it. Like I always end them, take very good care of yourself, take very good care of your families, take very good care of your health, take a step to a better you. Please like the video and then leave a comment. I see the likes are not much in the comments. Please like it fast, or like it now while I'm still talking. Take a step to a better you. Bye-bye.